A fly hovered near Doc's ear. Psst, psst. Doc snatched it dead. Hester and Annabelle exchanged glances. Perhaps the schoolmaster had placed their roommates well after all. And the boats approached the island, Hester saw that penetrating the caves would be no easy feat. First, there was a crumble of jagged rock 20 feet high. Before the main thrust of stone even began, a smooth, circular tower rising off the crumble, with the entrance to the dozen caves symmetrically arranged at the hours, each opening barbed with closely packed spikes. To rescue Merlin, they'd have to scale the rock heap. We gathered at the base of the caves and hoped the one with the wizard was closer to the 6 o'clock end at the bottom than the 12 o'clock end up top. Which cave is he in? Annabelle asked her words. The words squeaked back. 2 o'clock, Annabelle groaned. Hester wasn't surprised. There was too much on the line for this to be easy. As the witches started climbing, another fly besieged the knots, this one brisker and more feathered than the last. Today is not the day to mess with me, she sniffed, sweating at it. Wait! Hester cried, staying her hand just in time. It wasn't a fly. The witches kneeled atop a frantic rock, looking up at Tinkerbell, sour-faced and droopy-witched, clearly having a frown a long way to see them and resenting both the journey and murder attempts. Painting hard, the fairy drew a round of parchments from her green dress and stuffed it at Hester, who quickly opened it. Merlin's beard. Blood broke in. Agatha's handwriting, said Annabelle. Merlin's beard? Dot questioned. What kind of message is that? Answer to Tetra's first test, Hester decoded. Merlin's beard must be what the Green Knights wanted. Agatha's telling us that they need it. That they need us. White blood broke in then? Annabelle asked. Halfway between Camelot and Bonner Conway. Must be on their way there, Hester ventured. Bloodbrook's Inn is famously haunted. No one ever checks in. It'll be a safe meeting place. Wait, think? She turned to the fairy. We figured it out. Japanese king killed Ryan and took his name, which means the snake's trying to win the first test too. Tinkerbell jiggled, retifying her conclusions. Relief burns through Hester's chest. If Merlin's beard was the answer, then clearly Japheth hadn't figured it out. He was headed to Pussy after all, nowhere near the wizard. This is why our side will win, because we work together, because we finish missions, Hester boosted, reminding her friends that they doubted her. She turned to Annabelle's words. And you're sure Merlin's inside the caves? That he's still alive? The voice responded. Heard him snoring under his cape. Annabelle translated. Caves didn't catch him then, Hester said, resuming her climb. He is a wizard after all. She looked back at Tinkerbell. "Tell Agatha we'll be there by nightfall." Hester scaled higher, watching the fairy fly off. Dot and Annabelle followed, the coffin pulling over walls swiftly, ballasted by Agatha's message and the ease of this climb compared it to the sky-high chocolates. By the time the witches reached the base of the caves, clouds had moved in, a harsh wind falling. "Doesn't look like anyone's been there in a while," said Annabelle, scanning the island perimeter. "No footsteps." "For good reason," said Dot. "Daddy told me the tale of the ill-timed queen. The Snowman's history of a queen who discovered the caves of Contempo that didn't obey time. One of these caves kept the queen and her king young forever. Meanwhile, their children continued to grow old, and soon older than her and the king. Unsettled, the queen tried another cave to keep pace with them, to age her and the king just enough, only to mistime it and reverse her and the king to their real ages, well over 100 years old, upon which they dropped down dead. That's why, to this day, rulers of Bonner-Conwick keep the caves fortified and off limits, not just to stop trespassers from using them, but to stop themselves." Hester thought back to those royal statues in the square, the king and queen, who looked younger than their own children. A fitting fairy tale for a realm upside down. And the Dowswells were already bounding up the cave face, docking the lethal spikes and landing on the barbs outside the 2 o'clock hole, squeaking urgently for the witches to follow. Dot propped one of the spikes around the lowest cave, drawing blood at the touch. "No way can we climb all the way up there without getting skewered like a kebab." Hester looked into the wind. "Dot's talents got us to the sea, and his talents got us to the caves." Her dark pink lips curled into a grin. "My talents get us inside." The demon on her neck swelled with blood, teeth clashing, claws flashing, this time ready to fly. Dot was first, then Annie. By the time the demon threw Hester up, she felt the toll it had taken on them both. His heaving breath sucked at her lungs, his weakened muscles acted as her own.